If you just reach around the corner and turn that switch on, you will have light on you. Over there, there's a... Hi, good morning. There's a switch right there. Guten Morgen, fans and friends. Because let's be real, we pretty much know every single one of you that's in our chat, which is like awesome. Especially because there's only 4 of you right now. And it's Dan and Joe.
Awesome.
Oh, good morning.
I'll go share this.
We're going to go share this link around. Eric, I will send it to you so you can share it.
I can just log in and just go on this.
Oh, perfect. Dude, you guys, it's my 5-year Friendiversary with Jeremy Colling. That's crazy.
Good
morning, Josh. Hi, happy Tuesday. I know it's weird that it's a Tuesday, but we have to redo our
morning coffee
schedule because Eric's going to be on tour.
Yeah,
so we got to work around.
Don't really work.
Yeah, like when he's playing, so he's not like stressing out about doing coffee in the morning. So actually, we'll have to see how you guys feel about it. But if you guys don't mind Tuesdays, I feel like Tuesdays will be great because you can always just talk about the tournament you just played and kind of like share your insight.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is I even mentioned on Facebook that I'll probably even talk a little bit about Waco.
What is happening? I did already.
Oh, it's Control F. Hold on. You keep hitting Control F.
I know, but
breaking it.
Maybe I don't have anything copied.
That could be it.
But it looks like it won't let me click on it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it won't let me click on it.
Make a new window.
Eric, we're good.
Are we?
Yes. I'm just trying to share it.
No, you're not doing a good job.
Have you guys shared it? No, it's broken. Look.
Do it on your phone then.
Oh, this is unplugged. That's what came unplugged, I bet.
It's on. It's on right now.
Oh, you're right. All right. Anyways.
Well, do us a favor. Go share this.
Go share this since I can't. I'll do it on my phone. Yeah. So, well, good morning. Cheers to all of our friends. Thank you for joining us. Eric just got up a little while ago. We went and did a garden walk. It's like 50 and rainy today, but I did a lot of work while he was gone. So I wanted to go around and show him all the things that I planted. What do you think? Am I doing good?
You're doing an amazing job. Good, Anthony.
Please don't tell me what to do. Thanks. You know what, Anthony? Too bad. Yeah, so it was kind of cool to have Eric gone for a week, and I feel like I accomplished a ton of stuff while he was gone. So it was really fun.
She really did.
To walk him around and show him the things that have bloomed and the things that have grown a ton and all the stuff I put in the ground. So
Buddha, I do not envy you. Hold on, I'm gonna go tell Zach that.
And that it's 11 in Massachusetts. You know what it is in Mass? 11.
Guess what temperature it is in Mass?
Oh, it's 11 degrees? I thought you meant 11 o'clock. Whoa, that's crazy. I was like, no, it's 11 here. You're wrong. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. I know in Wisconsin it's kind of chilly too. So we're pretty happy with our, what the hell coffee? It's noon here. I know it's noon there. We have a lot of Oregon friends and fans, California. So it kind of just whenever we end up, doing coffee, it might not be prime time for them. It could be 7 a.m. for them, but like late for y'all. So sorry about that.
Oh, what's up, Dust? Let's go, dude.
Welcome to Baby Whale.
Baby Whale. Where'd you come up with the names?
It's Baby Whale, Toddler Whale, and did I just put Adult Whale?
Adolescent Whale?
No.
Why'd you go from baby to toddler? Like, nobody likes toddlers.
And
nobody likes, like, teens either.
Anyways, shout out to our YouTube members. This is a whole new thing. I love seeing the different colors and like the little badges. It's so fun. I love it.
Huge whale.
Yeah, one of our viewers asked us to turn that feature on, so it's on now. Subscribe if you want. Don't if you don't want to. As you all know, we're on Twitch and Patreon and YouTube. I'm sure you guys can tell that we spend a lot of time, you know, being here, interacting, making videos. Dan in the chat does the edits for my videos, and we're trying to do more and more, and having him on board has allowed us to do a lot more. For instance, right now we have 2 or 3 videos in the queue, and I don't have to stress out about it. Dan's just going to work on them, and then y'all get to watch them, and then we get to have a really fun time and focus on filming them and making them as awesome as we can on our end.
Totally.
So it's been really nice to kind of like grow in that way, and we just enjoy being accessible for you guys. And
100%.
so that's why we're here. That's why we do morning coffees. And obviously that time takes away from work. And so having a way to kind of make up for the time lost on, you know, the business or practicing.
Totally.
That's why we have those monetization options. So thank you to everybody that does support Whale Pants and what we do. We wouldn't be able to keep doing it and paying Dan to do it if it wasn't for you guys. So that means a lot to us. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
And those of you that come to watch, thank you too. Just because you're here, it keeps us motivated to do more. So if you can't, you know, be a part of that, don't feel bad. We appreciate you just being here and caring about us enough to come and watch us do morning coffee or watch our streams or whatever. So
well, Gabe, I like My Chemical Romance, so I guess I'm a teen.
It's been a while. Gabe, good morning.
Nobody likes 23-year-old whales. Gabe, thank you so much. What do you think about this? I think I need to get this stamped up. It's a new sweaty I got. Who knows? Might send it to you. Germ.
Jim, good morning.
What's up, Germ?
Germ's here. Germ, guess what? Facebook tells me it's our 5-year Friendiversary. That's crazy. I didn't know that I've known you for 5 years, actually.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, this is a fun story. I met Germ through Eric, but Eric wasn't there. I was on the phone with you. You like wanted to talk to Germ. I said, oh, there's Germ. And you said, oh, I want to talk to him. And I was like, well, I've never met Germ. So I'm just like this girl. And like, he knew about me because you told him about me. We like just started dating. And so I was on the phone with Eric at Las Vegas Challenge. This would have been 5 years ago, I guess, maybe. And so I like let them talk. And that's the first time I met Germ. It was like through Eric, even though Eric wasn't there. It's pretty funny.
So good.
That's a good story. I forgot all about that.
You need an extra orange EO stand phone line. I love that idea, Phil. I love that idea.
Should we tell them about the Lucid X felons that are coming with the special stamps?
Yeah, okay, so today I am putting in the order. Gabe has a bunch of felons in his office, mind you. And our amazing friend Steph did the artwork for all of them.
Yes, she did all 4 of them.
She did all of them. So you guys understand the fish in the chat, pod life, everything nautical themed. But we have I'm not sure, it's like 500 or so, maybe a little shy of that. It's either way. We have a bunch of Lucid X felons. I think they're from the 2019 batch. So they're a really good run, very overstable. I'm actually bagging 2. I took 2 with me to Vegas and didn't lose any because you got to be safe. Zach, what up? He's in the other room.
Zach Benson is in our bedroom right now. Painting.
What a champ.
Painting our future bedroom.
Tracy,
that's hilarious.
Hello.
Zach, you're a member too?
Yeah, of course he is.
Oh, you guys just warmed my little heart.
So with that, we decided we wanted to do like a special run for these because they're all blank right now. So we decided on, there's some amazing colors in there. So we decided we were going to do fish felons. And there's going to be 4 different stamps. There's going to be a limited number on the stamps. This will be the mock-up because I'm going to have the DD guys add the felon tag and maybe my signature on each of them so that you know what they are.
We're going to name them all. They're all going to have names. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. So these are all Stephanie Smith's designs.
So they have the Saba Ping eye. Most of them do. We tried to keep like that.
There's the Saba Ping. So she gave him a full body. And we also recently talked about putting shirts on the Whale Sacks website. and doing a couple, and like we'll make him. She's gonna turn him rainbow colored, and then he'll have text in his body that says "fish in the chat."
Nick Massia, thank you so much for joining.
Becoming a member. That's
Cheers,
awesome. So that's like the Saba Pink style guy. I think he's so funny.
Mr. Banks, you're very welcome, my friend.
The lighting got weird.
Oh, we can't see his eye. So that is actually a robot whale.
Let's see if I can reset it. I made it worse. That's great. Okay, so this is a robot whale. You can't see all the details.
The robot whale is the robot fish is going
yeah.
to be on the that one is, I think the robot whale is probably going to be on all of the clear ones, so that'll be kind of cool. But we haven't fully decided. I'm doing that today, this afternoon, as well as putting it in order for Waco and the event I have on, I believe it's the 19th of March, at DD Carrollton. Hello.
Hi.
That is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So after Waco, I'm going to be going there. Before I go to Texas States, I'm going to go hang out, which will be super, super fun.
Bernie Fuel's in the house. I feel like we have to mention what we're drinking this morning.
Yes.
Lemonade.
You usually could have me.
What?
Germ, walkthrough of the new house. I would assume we'll probably shoot a video this week.
And why isn't it right now?
And that'll go on YouTube at some point.
To be honest, we are not even kind of fully unpacked.
Yeah.
My mom is coming here the week after Waco, so I was going to have her help. And we have a lot of stuff to donate and hopefully sell because we need to make some money now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the house won't be fully done, but maybe we can get a little organized and at least show y'all what it looks like because I'm pretty proud of it.
I feel like having a before house tour and an after house tour, I think that'd be perfect for whenever I come back from being on the road because the amount of work you're going to have done in this place is going to be insane.
Pick up your computer and start walking. This is not a request. It is a demand. Well, Germ, unfortunately, the only people that get to make demands here is our YouTube members.
Yeah, so you don't have a green tag.
Yeah.
Get out of here,
we
biatch.
Ignore you normies. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, anyways, so we have Chris Clemens coffee this morning, Clemonade.
Good luck, Chris Clemens, at the memorial.
It's empty now, so we're going to have to get some more. But
hope he kills it. And Germ, good luck at the memorial.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope you don't hit any people. I said I hope he doesn't.
I know.
But that's just me giving a minor slight to the event.
Okay. But honestly, we were talking about money last night. I don't mean to keep throwing
Germ
this out.
is a baby whale, green background.
Okay, green background, sure.
Yeah.
You know, we don't always talk about our struggles, and I feel like it's okay, and then people can relate because everything's not all sunshine and rainbows.
So good.
So this happened last year. We bought a house. We were stressed out because we didn't have any money. And Eric's like, Tina, it's fine. We're going on tour. And GBO, the Fly Mart will sell all of our felons. Everything will be fine.
We have trespasses. We have fish felons. I have a special run of felons. So we have a lot of stuff coming.
I'm talking about last year.
I know.
Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was so stressed out because we had $0 because we just bought a house and a bunch of furniture. And Eric kept saying over and over again, yeah, but we have GBO in like a month or two. We have GBO soon. Don't worry about it. We have GBO. I can't tell you how many times he said that.
Mm-hmm. He did. A lot.
Then we went on tour and the pandemic happened and GBO was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really stressful. And so we're kind of in that situation again, which is okay. We'll be okay.
You think 10 years, 10 mil for
Roscoe? We talked about it last night and Eric said, yeah, Tina, but we have events coming up. And I said, don't say it. Don't say the word again, because the last time you said this over and over and over again,
yeah,
our whole world got canceled. So like, just don't say it.
Totally. Well, we have a lot of stuff, and I do think that we are growing in the marketplace online with you guys and helping. Oh yes, AJ, I love it. And you know, I have no doubt in my mind that we will be able to create that kind of marketplace to move that product if the Fly Mart doesn't happen, different things like that. Guys, I blame myself too. I blame myself too. So
this is COVID-19.
hello. My bad.
Oh, am I allowed to say that on YouTube?
Probably
I don't know.
not. Either way.
Now our whole channel got canceled.
Either way, I would really love to create this buzz that I've seen. I had a lot of conversations with Nate Sexton this week, and his brain and what he's done with the Sexton Firebird, and big shout out to his fan base for creating a kind of market that has kind of propelled his brand forward in a way that you have this disc that is pretty insane and that everybody loves it. And I would love to kind of turn, if I can become a fraction of that with the Eric Oakley Lucid X Felons, I think we're on to something. And the support that you guys have shown has really made that a reality. And we just got to keep talking about it. We got to keep doing some really cool runs. That's why you'll always see the GBO runs and the different stuff that the DDO now that we've done to do that.
Yeah, so you did mention the Felons that you're running. I'm also doing hybrid trespasses for DDO, which we didn't do last year. So I feel like there's a huge demand right now. I can't tell you how many times I get messages about can you do those hybrids? And like, do you have any more of those? I'm like, I literally have 3 and they're for my personal collection.
Totally.
Yeah. So I'm
TD
happy
Face
to do
run,
those again.
we could definitely look into that.
We did an Is That Good run 2 years ago
those
on
were
Thieves.
Thieves.
Yeah, that was
Thieves.
fun.
So we are gonna do a bunch of different runs. I have a lot of things in mind going forward to give you guys. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'll get reprimanded in my own way. I think
Careful, I think Gabe's in the chat.
Fine. It's fine. We can talk about it, but it's just to hype it up. So I believe what you'll see this year, it can give you. It'll be a normal Lucid X run. So great colors, easy to pick your favorite, all the flavors. Hybrid X. That you maybe have seen on some of the Hybrid X trespasses that Derek Bruckard has done. Sick. Nice. Hybrid X trespasses, or Hybrid X, not Hybrid X. Hybrid X plastic for the tour series.
Oh, okay.
So you'll see some.
Eric's here too.
Yeah, what's up,
Morning.
Eric? Lucid X, Hybrid X.
Let's schedule a meeting. Sorry.
And then I believe we will also see Fusion X. So you're gonna see that stiff, kind of like a lot of the discs that Nico Castro did, where get in where.
Sorry. Wait. Let's save that for the Vegas talk, because go ahead and wrap up your thought, and then let's talk about Vegas.
Al McKellips asked a great question. Oh my God, Natty! Thank you so much, guys. We miss you, Jason, Adam, everybody over at the Natty.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to us.
Josh Crow, how do you know about the hot dog bandit? What?
No, Germ just mentioned it.
Oh, Germ did? What did he say?
He said, any leads on the hot dog bandit?
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that with Vegas. I'm going to go get the disc right now.
Can you put some more coffee in my cup?
Yeah, I'll get. Honey, do you want to warm up?
I want to warm up. Wow. Jason, Adam, thank you so much. I know that y'all know what our lives are like, and I really appreciate y'all being here and just helping us out. You guys have been with us since the beginning, since Eric and I first got together pretty much. So thank you so much. And I'm glad you got some whale sack selling right now, even though it's cold as balls aren't cold. Coffee. So do you want this? Oh, you're gonna bring me coffee. Anyways, y'all are awesome. Ellen, happy birthday! Can we get some fish in the chat for Al McKellips? Birthday! That's awesome.
We're out of coffee.
That's all right. I won't need more than this. I'm already hyped. So
awesome.
Sweet. All right. So let's switch over to Vegas a little bit. Cool. As you all hopefully know, if you follow Eric, finished 21st.
21st.
Which is absolutely solid, but crazy enough, not one of your lower finishes at Vegas, right?
Maybe I think one of the first years I finished 25th, and it was a big thing. But
the cool thing is, He called me every day, and he was like, "I feel great. I'm throwing awesome."
Ask Jeremy Colling, how was I that final round?
Ask Jeremy.
I didn't even play that great, but I felt like I felt like it was more the type of person I want to be when I play.
So just to share with some of you, because I'm like, he's not always on footage and y'all don't see him practice, but I get to see obviously like everything about Eric and like the struggles he goes through. And, you know, we all have our moments where we wish we were good at disc golf and we're just not, or like not, maybe we are good at disc golf, but think we need to be better. And I would say that's something that Eric has struggled with in the past. And I feel like you have some bigger expectations at Vegas because you finished there so well.
Yeah.
So I was really proud of him to be able to call me and just be like, I feel great, even though it was one of your lower finishes. I'm really proud of you for that. That's all.
You turned it on the back nine. It was really fun. Like you and Colton were kind of shredding, and Chris and I were like not playing bad, but just didn't have those stretches of like, we're just on it. And so it was good because I mean, even whenever, you know, I threw out by the OBs that I had, it wasn't like, yeah, it was easy to be frustrated, but it wasn't like we were going to keep it running because we knew that you guys were playing well and we didn't want to take that away. Well, your brain fart on hole 6 was probably one of the funniest things that I've seen.
What's with all the peaches?
I don't know, because I was a peach. Peach in the chat.
Oh, I love it, AJ.
Germ's throw on hole 6 was definitely one of the funniest things because of Jules, her comment about his shot.
What did she say?
She goes, "Did you throw a thumber when he threw a Spike Heiser sidearm OB?" And because she was by the basket.
Oh, like so the way it was flying.
The way it went into the water. She's like, "Did you throw a thumber?" It was really, really funny.
Got him.
And he has to go to the drop zone. He's already a little salty. And he's like, "Yeah, no, it wasn't a thumber." No, because she couldn't see from the tee.
That's funny.
So super fun. That was my main one of my main focuses going into to this year, and is to really enjoy it. Oh, Ben McNish.
Cheesy. Ben, we love you. Great job at Vegas,
you guys are
Eric.
awesome.
Did everyone cheers to Cheesy Peanut and the Natty? I just picture everyone cheersing with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's a weird assumption, but I just assume. Cool. So give us kind of a rundown of your weekend.
Well, I'm going to touch on Germ's comments.
You're giving Germ way too much attention for not being...
Well, he's...
he does not have green.
This is Germ's aura. This is what Germ does. Like, you know, when he's around, he's a big part of the conversation always because he's very big. No, and yeah, that was the goal, Germ. And you know this. Germ has talked to me a lot about. He's been on some of my more frustrating rounds. Like I've said this to Tina, and I've said this to a couple other people, that it's really easy when you're with people you're comfortable with, because you can act out with your emotion because they're your friends. They feel like family, so you feel like you're in a safe zone.
He's like that with me too. Like, he's more emotional if I'm around. Yeah. If I'm not around, he kind of like holds it in a little better.
Yeah.
Almost.
So you know, to be able to like be frustrated about some of the results I was having, like missing a couple putts. Thanks for Sure. Hey, you got green text on our screen.
Yeah, it's green over here, but it's not gonna last. Thank you, Germ.
Thank you, Germ. So he's been there. So it was a big time focus of just like, have your moment, but be done with it, because it's okay. It's going to be fine. You have to forgive yourself, is what Germ told me. I think it was at Maple Hills. Like, you have to forgive yourself. And that was a really, really important thing for me to learn. A lot of the shots that I threw that didn't work out, I threw with full confidence, and they felt good out of my hand. The result wasn't what I wanted. And in that round, that final round especially, that I got to play with Germ, I threw a lot of really good shots. And that if they work out, awesome. And if I threw it really good and it didn't work out, like hole 7 is a prime example. I was the only one who went for it and leaked into the bunker. 15 feet away in the bunker, take a birdie instead of an eagle. And it's like, that's one of those things. Like, did I complain? Did I do anything? I was just like, no, I was like, oh man, I was so close. I thought I did it. It was like, I was talking more about the positives, and I owe Germ a lot to that. And I've talked with a lot of other people as well, Tina, a lot about it.
How many dollars do you owe him?
None. Oh no, I owe him $1. I do owe him $1.
What?
I do owe him $1.
Just kidding.
We were walking the whole 6, and he said something, and I immediately interrupted, and he was like, dude, $1.
Oh my God, I love it.
So it was
I forgot about that.
It was very, very good. So lots of positives. So that was the final round. But overall, the overarching thing of Vegas was, we did have issues. We were supposed to stay in an Airbnb with Eagle McMahon, Pat McMahon, Vinny.
This is a crazy story. You should tell them.
Joey Tamale, and I think that was it. So we show up. We're supposed to check in at like 4:00, and we show up. Oh, I'm getting to the hot dog bandit, so stay tuned. Everybody's wondering.
You have to keep watching if you want to hear about the hot dog bandit.
So we show up, and this is Monday. So we go and get our practice round in. We show up. They're still there cleaning because there was a party the day before, and the people were supposed to check out at 11, but didn't check out until like 2:00. And big whole thing, like they huge party, but they're like Vegas people who just rent out an Airbnb and just throw a big party so they can trash the place, basically is what kind of happened. And so that happened, and we show up at the Airbnb, they're cleaning, they're not wearing masks while they're cleaning, so it makes us feel a little bit weird because we're having to wear masks inside the Airbnb that we're trying to live in for the week. And once everything kind of settles down, Vinny's comforter was still soaking wet. None of the cabinets in the kitchen had doors. None of the drawers had like a little covering. So nothing looked like the pictures that we saw. Everything just kind of looked destroyed.
And during a pandemic, like you're very aware of what you're around, and like what could have been touched by 40 people today, and
there was baking grease on the stove, just a big puddle of grease.
I'm so glad I wasn't there. Could you imagine me? I would have been freaking out.
There was food stains on Calvin's pillows. It was not worth the money and not what the pictures entailed. So we end up putting in a complaint to Airbnb. We end up getting all our money back, and then the lady says that we broke one of the beds, and it's like, you legitimately and as asking for $300. So we did get all the money back.
So she was there and knew that the people before them had a party and checked out super late. She was at the Airbnb.
Yep.
And then came to them
asking to fix the bed.
$300.
So, and Vinny, like all we did, like we stayed one night.
That makes me sad.
We stayed one night. We took all the sheets off, took all the pillowcases off, and put them on the beds. And I think Vinny moved the pillows from the bed to the dresser. And she said that we moved the furniture, which we didn't do. And said that we broke Vinny's bed when Vinny just legitimately just laid down, and he weighs like 170 pounds soaking wet. So
Calvin's been breaking a lot of stuff and dropping a lot of things lately. Anyways.
True, but
I couldn't believe she came after you guys after knowing that the people before you guys had a party.
So Eagle's been going through that. So that was the start of the week. So Vinny and I end up and then we're about to book another Airbnb, and it gets swooped under our nose, and we're like, whatever. Eagle had a place, Joey had a place. Vinny and I grab a hotel room for the week, and we just
hotel.
Yeah, La Quinta.
That's not what you call it.
Hody?
Yeah, he calls him a Hody.
We got a Hody for the week, and so we do that. And that's the start of the week. Everything just feels chaotic, but no, Eagle did not break any doors.
Or
That's
hands.
Funny. Oh, or
fingers.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Crazy, I know. Been so long.
I've been associated with both of his hand injuries.
Yeah.
He busted his finger up on my Prius, shutting the trunk, and he punched a whale sack that I made and broke his hand.
Cyrus, I have not gotten a haircut. I'm just.
You should not hang out with
me.
Huh?
My flow's still there, bud. It's still hanging. trying to cover up this mess. Okay.
We just woke up. Okay.
Tournament. Okay, so practice rounds are going good. What's up, T-Box? Paul, it's good to see you, man. Paul's awesome, by the way. He took some amazing photos.
Heck yeah, Paul. Eric was talking about that. Yeah, he said you do good photos.
Elbow's feeling great. I know there was a question up there. Elbow is feeling really, really good. I was able to, because I think that a lot of what happens with my elbow pain is when I throw distance drivers. So if I throw an enforcer or a raider, it tends to flare up my elbow a little bit more. Explorers and evaders are flying really, really far. So a lot of the holes, I don't really have to throw, like the par 5 on the factory store course, the one that eagled with the 750-foot roller. I was able to go evader, explorer, justice, birdie. And that, it was really easy. It was super simple. So I felt more comfortable throwing these fairway drivers. And in doing so, I wasn't putting as much strain on my elbow had I would have been if I threw 6 or 7 tee shots with these high-speed drivers when I was able to throw only like 2 or 3. So the evader's a little more stable than the explorer. We have a video coming out. Stay tuned
for our review. Actually, yeah. If you're a Patreon, I just posted the new video on the evader review that Eric did.
Nice. So that was good. Elbow's feeling great. Practice was really good. It was great to see Seth Muncie of Disc Golf Strong and be able to have him there. It's just so nice to work with somebody and he's able to talk to you about that. So things were going really, really well. I think it was going into round 3. Hot dog story. We're here. We've made it.
Danny, hi.
Played the first round. Felt pretty good. I had a slow start. Was even par after the first 6 holes. So I was like, this isn't great. And there's a lot of easy birdies in those holes. So I was like, all right. It was windy, and I said, if we birdie half the holes remaining, we'll be all right. Went and got 6 more birdies. Played a solid round. Next round, I was on fire. I felt like a god on the front 9 and then teed it out on the back 9, but ended with probably one of my most memorable birdies on hole 18, because that's a hole that on the Innova course that I have struggled with in the past, and I ended up 1 under par on the weekend which is a huge thing when I've been over par on that hole many times. But threw a felon short, and then I threw an explorer like that I threw on hyzer right at the basket, and it just floated, drifted a little bit right, and just like hit so soft right next to the basket for birdie. And I was like, that was such a cool way to finish my round after the back 9 was a struggle. Go ahead. Intermission until we talk about the hot dog band.
I was wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about what that round felt like. Like having so many birdies under your belt, do you feel like comfortable for the rest of the round because you knew that you already were so far under par, or are you like frustrated that you're not picking up more birdies as you're like getting to the back 9? Like, what does that feel like for you?
So I knew I was playing well. I knew I was 6 down through 6, and then I threw hole 7, which is the GG ace hole from last year. I threw a raider on hyzer the whole way, and it looked perfect, and then it skipped out the back. And we read about the rules on that hole was any OB goes to the drop zone. I was like, all right, cool, land in the bunker. Like, that's a pretty easy, if that's where you miss, because it's like, it's either birdie or par if you land in the bunker. And I think I went out of the bunker and went down the back of the hill OB is kind of what happened. So I threw a really good shot that just happened to be a little long. So I was throwing the disc so good. But then I got birdied the next 2 holes. So in those moments, I knew I was playing a really good round, that all I needed to do was kind of just maintain.
That's what I wanted to know. Like,
yeah. And I ended up throwing, just a couple shots that felt good, a couple putts that didn't stick. And then I had one of my shots drift OB, and I just missed here and there and got a little, got lucky in a couple spots that I was still throwing with confidence, the same confidence I had on the front nine, because all you can do is just ride that. Because if you try and press or do anything different, you're going to find things are going to be bad. That's going to
cause some problems.
But yeah, and I talked about this with Seth Muncie after the round, is that there wasn't a single shot that I didn't throw with confidence on that back nine, even though it was super stale and I finished even par. It was 7 down through 9, and I finished 7 down. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. The feeling I had, I just stepped up. I knew the disc that I wanted to throw. It helped that the wind wasn't even a factor that day. So we were able to kind of just rip and throw wherever we wanted.
I've had days like that too, where it's like every day before and after are windy and you feel like you don't really get to play your actual game. And then the day that it's like chill, you're so excited to be able to actually putt or like actually throw whatever shots you want.
Yeah, Paul was on the next tee pad. He said, I jumped out the backside and the front of the bunker and rolled down. It was awful. So that's all you can do, is just be confident in those moments when things are going well. And if you step up to every hole and throw with confidence, it's super good. All right. Hot dog bandit time. Hot dog bandit time. So here we are.
Everyone's been waiting so long.
So I'm in the field warming up the driving range, and I pull out my disc. This is my first ever felon. This is the first felon I ever got. It's got a big germ stamp on it. I picked this out with Jordan Castro at Hazy Shade Disc Golf. And this, I actually lost this at Vegas and got it back the year after. So this had a year hiatus where it just chilled in Las Vegas and didn't get thrown. So it gained basically an extra year of life of like, it just would put it, that went into a freeze. And came back unscathed. Looks great. So this is still one of the best discs in my bag. I use it a bunch. I pull it out to throw it in warm up, and I notice that there's an inked hot dog stamp on it. I have no idea who put this on here. I have no idea.
And you're positive it was while you were warming up?
I don't think it might have been. I can't even fathom where this came from. So first thought.
Did you show it to them?
Yeah, I did. First thought was Jeremy Colling. 100% got to be Jeremy Colling.
Yeah, like he saw his big germ stamp and then he was like, okay, I'm doing this.
Yeah. So I was like, that's got to be. Because he has ink stamps. He's the type of person to have that stuff with him.
Especially a hot dog.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so no idea. And so it just like kind of puzzles me. Little kitty outside.
There's like 6 in our backyard at all times.
So I'm like, I have no idea. I have no idea who did this. So then I'm like, all right, probably then next people would be Madison Walker and Calvin Heinberg, because they came over to the hotel, the Hody, and I was playing some games, so they could easily just walked over to my bag, grabbed my felon while I was in the zone, and roasted me. They didn't do it. Because they didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes,
though?
I'm sure. Because
I think it's germ.
I probed them. No, their reactions were genuine enough to where they didn't like.
Yeah, germ. You can tell if he's full of.
Yeah. So then I'm like, I asked Erica about it. I asked a lot of people, and I even
Austin Hannum
might have been, but I don't see him doing that.
He's
either.
kind of a pranky guy, though.
Yeah. So. I have no idea, but I am putting out a $20 bounty if anybody can figure it out. You can't post about it on social media because I don't want the hot dog bandit to find out that we're on to them. So it has to be spread through word of mouth, that if somebody can find out who's doing this, but at the same time, I almost don't want to find out because I hope they hit somebody else. And
this might be like a thing on tour for the year. Who the frick is the hot dog bandit?
And I believe it or not,
this feels like a reality TV show.
This has already like occupied my brain to the point where I had a dream. I had a dream that one of my evaders, my prototype evaders, also got hit.
Did you get up
with a hot dog? No, but it was in my dreams, and I looked and I was like, we're gonna go through my evader. I'm like lining up the shot, and I look and I'm like, hot dog, and I'm like just traumatized now that this
Gabe, get out of here. Bounties don't cost $20. They cost $17.99 on dynamicdisc.com. That was actually pretty funny. I appreciate that joke.
So that's the other thing, is I could have seen somebody doing it while I was in the driving range. So like, because I didn't throw it the day before. So if I like go and throw all my shots, they just go over to my bag, pull one disc out, hit it, and then put it back in the bag. I'm not going to notice, because I'm also trying not to get drilled while I'm in the driving range, because it's pure chaos over there. But it's hilarious. I hope I'm not the only one. I really hope I'm not the only person
I feel like
who gets hot dogs.
You can't be. Like, no one has that much of a target on just you.
I don't know. But what does hot dog mean? What does that mean?
Nothing.
It's just
a funny
so
stamp
dumb.
that somebody had. And that's why I think it's germ, because I know that he buys stamps all the time. And like, I had a stamp or something, and he was like, "Oh, is that from stamppro.com or whatever, wherever the site is?" Like, he knows where to get that stuff.
This disc is not coming out of my bag. Like, this disc has even more story than it did before, of it being the first felon. It's one of the few felons out there with a Jeremy Colling stamp on it. Now it has a mysterious hot dog. So
I really hope that it's a thing.
Eagle Feet on Instagram. So that was fun. We've talked a lot about the rest of the tournament. Vegas was awesome. It was good. We'll be on for another 20 minutes or so. So we'll talk about a few more things. You gotta
go and be right back. Hi, Kira.
Okay, Tina's gonna be right back. I'll keep talking.
You're good at that. I haven't said a word basically anyway.
Yeah, I know. So yes. Paul, 100% Jonesboro, one of my favorite tournaments. I love it out there. Brad Peets kills it. So yeah, I know that 21st isn't, where if I had to say that, I was going to finish in the top 25, I would be happy, especially after the off season where I didn't throw as much. I would feel really good about that. But I think the better part is that I felt so good about how I was throwing the disc, that it gives me more confidence going forward, that I have all the confidence in the world to throw every shot. And Paul, to answer your question, the bluish one, that's actually a newer proto that I think I got either from Sweden, from the Latitude 64 people, or it's from Taco. I'm not sure. I have too many protos now that I don't know where they came from, but it's beautiful. What's up, Nabes? And it's flying good. It bombs. It just got kind of tossed around in the wind on a couple holes, and that was tough. All the shots that I threw with it felt awesome. It did give me a lot of birdies, but it also got me a couple bogeys, which is totally fine. But I can't be mad at that disc because it wasn't only that disc that was wrong. I just misjudged the lines. There was, there's plenty of moments that have felt good, and I just want to be able to take that and run with it. That if I continue to throw as confident as I am, I know that will lead to success. I need to buy my time, trust the process, and just kind of stay along for the ride. I missed some putts inside the circle. I missed some putts inside the circle. I had some out of bounds strokes, but I didn't take anything more than a bogey. So that's a really big positive. It's like, it's very easy on a course like that to take bigger numbers, to take double bogeys, and to kind of explode around. I heard a lot of people talking about, I had a triple bogey on this. And
you didn't even have one double bogey?
No.
That's all of those courses are easy to get doubles on. That's awesome.
So
Spurt.
it was super, super good. So I'm happy, again, trusting the process, letting it work. It was pretty great. And just again, roll that into Waco, roll that into my practice this week, and it'll be great. Cyrus, great question.
Yeah, that's been asked a couple times.
I'll answer this before
Bobby
I
asked
answer
me
the other
about
stuff.
it yesterday too, actually.
3 courses, don't do it. It's not worth it. And let me preface this, because if this happens to get to the LVC staff, that I don't want it to think that me saying that is taking away from anything that they're doing. The event is fantastic. They run an awesome event. It's really, really well done. It makes everybody feel like they're a part of something big. When you look at all the posts on Facebook about people who played in the event, if they played in the amateur division, that, hey, what's up, Eagle?
Hi, Eagle.
When you hear about that, like, they had a great time. Those people had a great time. It encompasses everybody. It's kind of similar to what you want at like the DDO. That's what you get. Crotch shot.
Well, it's just Duders is here.
So 3 courses is not good, because like anybody who played in the All-Star event had like 2.5 days to practice 3 courses. That's too much. That's asking too much of players. I happened to get there early enough, and I had 4 days of practice. So it was enough time for me to get plenty of time in, but you can't do 3 courses. That property, I think, has just over 18 to, I'll put it at like, has 24 really good holes, with then what that would be, 54. So they have 30 filler holes out there, where if you were to shrink one of the courses and expand the other 2 courses, and have 1 amateur course, and then potentially put the amateurs somewhere else. Nabes, thank you so much.
Nabes! Welcome to YouTube membership.
So it would be better to show.
It hides the
I'm
weirdest
playing
stuff
tournament
sometimes.
in KC this year. That's 4 courses, 4 rounds in 2 days. Gabe, don't do it. So it just doesn't make sense. And for 4 rounds, we don't get to play the same course twice, except for 1, and that doesn't feel good. It's outdated, and we need 5+ days of practice to get that in, and you're not even going to give that to us. And especially most of the courses can't even be played before the event, because it's a private golf course. So that leads me to believe that let's move to Sam didn't even get to practice one of the courses. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's to me more of the issue. The way that the disc golf tour is set up in general is so packed and back to back and back. Like, and not to hate on disc golf still, but the money isn't that great. So they have to play a lot, like every weekend. And so when you're having more courses, it's forcing players to spend less time practicing each course, you know what I mean? And so, when you have these 3 course setups, you don't really have the option most of the time to get there a week early to be able to get in the time you actually want. So if you have a course or a tournament that has just 1 course, you get 4 days on that 1 course to really learn it and get to know it. And I just think it's one of those things that's been an issue for a long time, more because the tour is so stacked. If players actually had 2 weeks to be able to get prepared, I think that would be a different story. But it is rare that we even have a week or 2 off between tournaments nowadays. If you guys look at the schedule for this year, it's insane. There's like 14 weeks back to back, and you get 4 days, and that's it. And so when there's multiple courses, the preparation. If you think about other sports and like golf, they are not playing
they're playing the same
for money every single weekend like we are. It's very different.
But they aren't.
And, they don't have to. Is my point.
Here's the other part:
more money in one tournament.
How do they travel though? Right. They hop on a 3-hour, 4-hour flight, and then they're there. Like we're driving 10 hours sometimes to get to other events in a car. And we're having to do that, where they're able to kind of feel that out. Eagle asked a great question. If Worlds was 6 days, would I be okay with 3 courses? 6 days, 6 rounds, 3 courses. I don't know. Maybe. But
that's something Worlds, they usually give you the
ample
tour
time.
is like very aware that the pro should have extra time to prep for Worlds. They do like plan for that. I feel like
I could get behind that, but again, I would still rather play 5 rounds on 2 courses where one of them is treated as the special course, and you play that 3 times over that. So yeah, I could get behind that. Yeah, the disc golf. I had so many conversations. The disc golf schedule is absolutely bonkers, and people aren't doing a good job. So to answer Cyrus's question about the Explorer and the Evader, is it filling a hole that was in my bag? Yes. Did I know it was a hole in my bag? No, because I had felons that were straight enough, but I'm not having to throw them as hard, and I can throw the Explorer and the Evader like a mid-range and get some crazy good distance. It's changing how I'm approaching the game, which is really great. So I do think that I made a mistake with not bagging those. Eagle's next question: if Worlds was 12 days, would you be okay with 6 courses?
Get out of here, Eagle. Get out of here.
Have a great day, Tracy. You're awesome.
Tracy, thank you to my 0.04% for being here.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Oregon to Georgia. Yeah, insane.
Our women to men ratio watching our channel,
Insane.
Literally, it's 0.04% women. So, Tracy, Kira, I see you. My sisters, when they watch this, but Tasha's at work right now. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. What's it called? AJ does make a good point, that events need to be a little more open. And I think that more events need to be open to change. They need to be putting things more out in the forefront. There's a lot that's being taken away that, I saw comments that Vegas is so boring to watch, but to be honest with you, Vegas is actually pretty fun to play. It's not bad.
I can't relate to that comment.
69 days. Would you begin with 69 questions?
Get out of here, Eagle.
As long as it's on the flyer, there's something to that. As long as everything is open, so rolling in what you're going to be expecting. That's fair.
Jules is here too.
JCap, what up? Thank you so much.
Welcome back to Pensacola.
Appreciate you, man. Cheers.
JCap, big fan.
It's that's an event like Vegas has the opportunity to be on those big time sports channels because it is great to watch us throw and do those things. So that's huge. It's tough. So this will transition into a course like Waco, the Beast is difficult because there's 9 holes that are in really dense woods, and it's really difficult to track the shots and for people to fully grasp how those holes play without actually playing them in person. And you see that it's a 370-foot par 4 corridor, and you're like, 370, super easy, 200, easy birdie every time. But when you play it, you don't recognize how difficult that actually is. It's interesting. So that's why people on cameras are just going to look only at the
excuse me. Sorry. Did I interrupt you?
AJ, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Man, didn't think about that. But yeah, it's difficult for those holes to be covered well. And that's fine. But I know going in most of the tournaments, I know what to expect. Every tournament I'm playing this year outside of Sula, which to answers the question that was up above, I will be playing the European Open in Sula, which I need to purchase those. If we can. Once
travel
we can purchase,
is still banned from most of Europe, so.
But yeah, it's very interesting because
Thank you, Drew.
I have the idea of what to expect from every single event because I've played all the courses now. I'm very rarely playing tournaments where I haven't played the course itself. Like I think Texas State's is actually one, or I've played the property. I've played all 3 courses on the property, but I think we're playing a safari layout for one of the rounds. So that'll be an interesting new thing. But I'm going to give myself plenty of time to get there, to feel comfortable, to understand where I want to be, where I don't want to be, which is great. So I don't have to worry too much about that I'm going to have a bad time. Like, it's very simple for me to look at Delaware Disc Golf Challenge, the national tour, and say, I'm going to hate it. I hate this place. It sucks. But I'm going to go in knowing that I'm playing a national tour, knowing that I'm playing a high level event, and that I need to go and be ready to compete, because I have all the skill set to play well there. I have to leave what's in the past and look forward. And that's one thing that we have as our ability is to believe that what's going to happen is going to be good. Looking forward, trusting in our skill set. I maybe haven't had good performances there in the past, but it does not mean I can't play well there. I may not like certain holes, but I can still play well there. I know that I might ruin some discs, but if I know that going in, I take a bunch of extra discs to DDO when I play the country club, because I might lose some in the water and I have to be prepared for that. I know I might lose some discs at Ledgestone, at Eureka, and I prepare for that. So Delaware will be the same concept, is that I have to be prepared for it. And that's totally something that, Alan, that's a really good point. The amount of money that people have to raise, if they have to rent out the property or not, that there's a lot of stuff. So that's what I wanted to say about Vegas, as I know that everything they do, the hard work is amazing. So me saying that.
Yeah, in the beginning you mentioned how great of an event it was. You started with that, I feel like. But.
Totally. So that's the best. That's what we have to look into, is how hard these places work. Now, if we go to a national tour, a pro tour, well, I don't think the pro tours will allow that. If we go to a national tour and the payout is really poor, or whatever, that's something that we need to bring to them, that they need to look to find better ways to raise money. They need to talk to people like Nate Heinold. They need to talk to people who are good at raising money and how they're supposed to do that. So that's something that I think that the Pro Tour offers, that I think the National Tour and the PDGA could work on, and or the Pro Tour needs to be the big umbrella that all the big events play under, to where you're supported with resources to run these events, to raise that money, and to be lifted up to the standard that we're all expecting as professionals. So I think that would be really, really good, because again, you look at Nate Heinold, you look at what he does every single year for Ledgestone, is we don't have to worry. We know that it's a really good payday. You can go and play decent golf and make $1,000. You don't have to play outrageous golf, because like making $1,000 at an event is a win always. So it's pretty cool. Madison is actually putting with Wardens that we gave her. So
I don't think she has a new sponsor.
She doesn't have a new sponsor yet.
She's got some whale pants merch gear.
Old Man Pizza. Will GD ever own a major? I don't think that owning a major is something that the PDGA is willing to let people have yet. But I would imagine you'll see with the Players Cup, I think, is going to have a traveling venue, and I would imagine DD will look to push for that, and I think Worlds will be in.
I'm sure they're interested in it.
Yeah, for sure. What did Cheesy Peanut say?
What?
I don't know. German's laughing at something. He's probably behind.
He said sick gaming chair, Tino.
Oh, nice.
It's like cute and cozy.
Oh, there it is. I missed it. D-Glow because of Nate running that tournament. JB, that's a great question. That'll be probably what we'll see. I don't think that D-Glow has ever been a bad payout, because they've had to live up to the Pro Tour standards. So pretty easy. Eric Sterner, Portland and BSF, 100%. I'm on the Pro Tour pass, so I will be at Portland for sure. Now I got to just wait and find out whenever the signups for BSF go live and be ready for that. Like Masters Cup was filled in a heartbeat, so I got to be super on top of that stuff.
This is incredible.
Thunderbird. Oh, I have a great picture that I need to
I
post
haven't
up.
had this one before, and it's so good. Why have I not had it before?
Pecan goji berry is one of my favorite.
The
Pistachio.
gojis are awesome.
Here, I want to show you this.
Yeah, sorry about my keyboard. It's right next to the microphone, and I'm talking to Buddha because I just posted the new Evader. So I'm going to post that as soon as we're done being live. Oh my God, Eric. Oh, cool. They have like a huge presence out there. That's awesome.
They killed it. So yeah, I hope
You have the longest typing fingers.
she has
Actually, Eric does.
Yeah, I have a mechanical.
This computer or the keyboard's just real loud. Anyways.
Mississippi. That's funny. Yeah, I just see these tournaments only doing better as time goes on. The Disc Golf Pro Tour is something that I encourage everyone to support. If you are frustrated that you'd have to pay a monthly fee for the Disc Golf Network, think about where that money is actually going. That money is genuinely going back to all the pros that you love to support because they take care of us. They're giving us an avenue, a platform to stand on, to promote ourselves through, to grow through. That is way better than it's not way better. It is on an equal playing field to then buying a Tour Series disc, doing something like that. Plus, it gives them the avenue to grow to the ESPNs, the CBS Sports, to the bigger avenues of the world with more members signing up for Disc Golf Network. That those numbers growing allows them to go to those major networks and say, look at what we have on a monthly subscription. You could have this at an event. And then that means more money gets influxed because more people are seeing disc golf. More big sponsors are willing to get into disc golf because they know that that money can then be seen on ESPN and CBS Sports. That's why you support something like Disc Golf Network. So if you're a person who's been on the fence about doing it, don't be that person on the fence. You probably have a Netflix. You probably have Hulu or something that you're paying monthly for.
Cancel it.
Just take that extra $5 that you might spend on something, on a disc or something, and hold off on that disc. Support the Disc Golf Network.
Unless it's one of our discs. And
buy our disc. Yeah. So that's something that I would really like to see. And again, we just need to have things go in a much better direction. So look to support everything you can. Cool.
Awesome.
I didn't really talk about Waco, but I talked a little bit about the tournament.
But we can do a Tuesday
in Waco.
In Waco next week. And it won't be after an event. So just so you guys know, maybe I mentioned this at the beginning, but I know we have some new people that either just got up or whatever are on their lunch break because this is at a weird time. But I am hoping, like, we had a media meeting last night when Eric got home. We talked a lot about like what we want to do with YouTube and with Twitch and just all the stuff that we're trying to do. And specifically for our members across Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube now too, because seriously, y'all help us out so much and we want to give back and give insight and be more accessible with you guys. So like for instance, Eric's going to play a practice round today. So we posted a poll last night, or he did, on Patreon asking like, what do you want to learn about?
Yeah.
And so while he's at his practice round, he's going to film a little quick tip based on what they voted for. And so those things will be available for our people that are just supporting us like crazy. So that'll be cool. And then also we have a video that Dan's going to be working on soon with Germ. They went and played a practice round or a casual round. Germ, Dan, and Eric, and just had like a stupid, fun, crazy time. And so I think he's playing practice rounds 4 times before the tournament starts or whatever. So we're going to try to do that too with AJ, with Chris Clemens, with Zach Melton, with Calvin, you know, whoever Eric's playing his practice rounds with, and just get a little more, behind the scenes. And Eric has a great time in that format too. So I think it'll be really fun. What?
I want to answer Thomas Wade and Josh Crow here real quick about one thing that they posted about that. If you prefer to watch the Jomez crew and everything, they are also doing a lot of really good things for the sport and for us to grow.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think that it's necessarily bad, but if you're wanting, like, Jomez will help in that but again, supporting the Disc Golf Network supports I think supports our odds of getting into bigger market. I totally get you. Jomez has put out an amazing product that we've come accustomed to.
Incredible.
And the Disc Golf Network is continuing to evolve to find out what that product is supposed to be. That's why they have added Ian Anderson to do commentary, because they knew that Nate and Val and Jamie weren't going to be the ticket that takes them there. They're looking to evolve. So that's why we look to support it. We'll send you a licensing room to film your practice rounds. So Josh Crow and Thomas Wade, you guys are completely in that right to feel that way, and I don't fault you for that. But when we're looking at the bigger stuff,
I think there's just kind of like a stigma around the Pro Tour still, as well, as they've evolved and changed and try to figure out like what they're really trying to do and what that looks like. And being like a small business myself and having to start from scratch and figuring out what works and what doesn't work and what people like and don't like, there's a lot of struggles, and there's a lot of just like trying things to see what works and what people want and what's successful. And so I guess from my side of things, I kind of understand a little bit better. But I'm a huge fan of both, and I don't think there's any split there for me. I love Jomez. I love CCDG. I love like every media company.
The GK,
from a media side,
they're doing so many good things that they're important to support just as much. But I do think that the Disc Golf Network will have Disc Golf Network, and right under might be Jomez, but Jomez feels bigger. But I feel like the Disc Golf Network as a product is more what those media sources are going to look for. Jomez has the production value because they've just killed it, and they've reinvested the money that they've had to pay for people to have the staff. Now they've done that with the support that they've got from people buying their discs, buying the whale sacks, buying the
they have like a whole product line too, which is working really well for them.
So it's so big. So that's why it's so important to support the Disc Golf Pro Tour and the Disc Golf Network, because if we give them enough funds, they can then turn that into a much better product. It's the same way everybody's built that stuff up. You're looking at these networks to reinvest to make things better for you. That's the coolest part. You're gonna say, sorry.
From a we do YouTube side of things, like Eric doesn't know anything about how YouTube works or like how YouTube analytics work, or honestly, even other than seeing me put time in, like what it's actually like to produce a product that gets put out into the world. And so, being someone that's been doing this for 4 years, YouTube, and like all the hate and all the shade and all the like, oh yeah, but so-and-so is better. Like, holy crap, y'all. Filming, editing, even getting the video into YouTube and like knowing what to call things and making thumbnails. There's so much work that goes into it. So just consider being kind and nice and understanding that someone put even if you don't like it, somebody put a lot of thoughts and feelings and emotion and time into what you're viewing. And I get everybody has their opinions, and that's totally fine. But from somebody that is a tiny YouTube channel, we're still spending a crap ton of time on the stuff we put out. And, I get that it might not be perfect for you, but just keep in mind that including Jomez, including the Disc Golf Network, there's so much time and emotion and stuff that goes into what you do get to see. So just keep that in mind.
Thomas Wade, that's a good point about Jomez. Why can't they be the ones? Well, the best part is the Disc Golf Network and Jomez have worked together. CBS Sports, Jomez, I'm pretty sure, worked with Disc Golf Network. I'm not sure which one was the main portion of that, but I'm almost positive that the ESPN coverage was a collaborative of everybody involved to make those events happen. So
CBS Sports was Dynamic Disc, baby.
but
They paid Jomez.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that the Disc Golf Network was in.
Oh, were they?
I think so. I could be wrong there.
Oh,
Either way, what we've seen is, and again, if we only support Jomez, we're going to lose GK. We're going to lose Disc Golf Network. We're going to lose Gatekeeper. We're going to lose Central Coast.
And then when a pandemic hits, what are you going to watch for 6 months?
So that's the issue. If we support all of them, they will eventually become. I believe that this is something that, and this is my own opinion, and what I think will happen with Disc Golf Media is that yes, there it is. Thank you, Paul. You're awesome. What will happen is we will have a Disc Golf Media overarching company that encompasses all of these and uses that to put out the best product that we haven't even seen yet. And that's what kind of needs to happen. Is everybody needs to get. We need a rising tide will lift all ships, and that's when the disc golf really takes hold. If you only support Jomez, and that's fine, do so, because that is helping. But if we support all of these brands, we can make Disc Golf Media as a whole thing be insane. It could be. Again, it's a product that we can't even fathom right now, because it's going to be, every card has cameras on it. Every hole has cameras. We're going to be at that level of golf and that level of other professional sports.
I'm brand loyal to disc golf.
Yeah.
Same.
I love that. ELE. Everybody love everybody.
We're big into
ESE. Everybody support everybody. That's the way I look at it. Peach in the chat.
Peach in the chat.
So awesome stuff. That again, my rant is over. And Thomas Crow, the way you're feeling is completely awesome. Like, I love that you are a diehard Jomez fan, and I'm not trying to tell you to change anything. I'm just trying to give you a bigger picture from our side of that. Jomez is awesome, but if you support everyone else too, that goes to support a lot of not a lot of just the pros. It goes to support just disc golf in general. So your money going into Jomez is helping disc golf, and I don't want you to take. I don't want to take away from that. Keep doing you. Keep doing everything you're doing. It's all been amazing. So let's keep supporting disc golf. I think that's the end all be all.
Here even.
Yes,
like,
that's the end all be all.
Supports us in a way that we can, get, just like Eric can stay on the road, and we can continue to, push products and things that we think y'all are wanting and needing, and also just kind of being a connection to the touring players. Honestly, like that was kind of a bonus, really, when we started YouTube together. It was about us and about disc golf, and we got to show you like what tour looks like. But as we've needed to like come up with new content and we haven't done as much for like vlogs like we used to do, like a whole weekend of adventure, and that's kind of changed. But now we get to have
Eric Sterner, I got
Calvin
water now,
on, and Chris Clemens on, and like you guys get to hear their insight and talk to them about what tours like for them. And it's been really cool to be able to like host different guests and share what it looks like for them, since you all know us pretty well. We're very accessible. We do Twitch, we do YouTube. We're just like an open book. And so be able to also like show you AJ's life and even Zach Benson on like the AM side or whatever. It's just been awesome to be able to become more of a platform for any people that don't necessarily have like a YouTube to share that on. So
totally.
I don't know why I just went on that rant, but we're just enjoying it, and we appreciate you being here. I think that's all I was saying, is that you're supporting us, you're supporting our friends that are also on tour, you're supporting the touring players, and everybody knows there's not like a ton of money in disc golf still. It's getting better.
We all think it's bigger,
but do we work hard for how little actually comes in compared to other jobs of this. Like
it's pretty nuts to feel like we're in a sport that's enormous, because when you talk to the people who are also into disc golf, they're so excited and they're so hyped about it that you're like, oh, everybody knows about disc golf. Thomas Wade,
Eric
thank you.
And Thomas, thank you.
Cheers, man. That you feel like it's so big. Like people ask, like, you're a professional disc golfer. It's like, so what's it like being famous? It's like, I'm not. I
Not
think
at
we actually
all.
saw this on an Anthony Padilla interview. It's like, I'm famish.
Yeah, she said famish.
Famish is really funny because in the sport of disc golf, famous. In the scheme of everyone, I'm normal. I'm super normal dude.
He's a nobody.
And so I love that. What's up, Christian Sharp? Good to see you, bud. So that kind of pulls everything into perspective of that's why we want to continue to grow everything in disc golf.
Yeah,
and we want to push it
bubble for sure.
so we can that bubble can burst into something even bigger.
But I gotta say some props to the team that put together the ESPN2 thing, because the week after that, our exterminator and the pizza guy,
Potentially,
2 people came to our house to do.
Oh, and our mailman said he saw.
Oh, it was the mailman.
Yeah,
it was the mailman and our exterminator came and was like, "You guys do that disc golf thing? I just saw it 2 days ago on ESPN." Like, that reached people that didn't know about disc golf, and they were able to like connect with our logos on our RV. Like, they knew we were in disc golf, and they care now, and now they have like connections to it that they never had before. And obviously the pandemic like brought a lot of people into disc golf, which is awesome.
Huge.
Intimidating, but awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that ESPN2 thing truly hit people that didn't know anything about it. I had people reach out to me and say like, "Oh, I saw that thing. Like, that's what you do, right?" You know?
Pretty
So
cool.
cool. So, you know, the more we were able to do things like that, and props to the people that put time and money and effort into that, because I think that's really going to change our sport and hopefully get money into it. So we're not spending, 80 hours and busting up our bodies practicing and driving for like, $700.
Yeah.
Like
it feels interesting to be just to keep going. It feels interesting to be Christian Sharp. No, Wardens. But it feels interesting to be a part of the sport where we're at now, where I genuinely believe what this series of professionals are doing, the ones that are in our late 20s, early 30s, like I'm in my early 30s, is when I'm 40 and I'm teetering off and maybe I'm Johnny McRae status and I get to play forever because that guy defies time. He doesn't understand what it is. He's so good. If I could be like that, then awesome. But what we're paving is the direction for these younger 20-year-olds. Logan Hall.
Logan!
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the Baby Whale membership.
What we're building is this platform for them to stand on.
Oh.
Like, we're building the foundation of the house that will eventually be this big, amazing structure that everybody gets to survive. A mansion.
Maybe.
But so it might not just be for us to make a bunch of money. It might be for the people after us, these younger kids, the ones that are 16. Yeah, for those who push into the sport and then become the touring professionals after us. That's a really, really cool thing to be a part of. And it's what has always felt important to me, is that I want to leave disc golf better than it was when I started. Yeah. And so that's a lot of hard work. That's a lot of talking to the PDGA. That's a lot of talking to the Pro Tour. That's a lot of talking with you guys and finding out what needs to happen. So it's awesome. It feels really cool to be a part of everything that's going on. And that's going to be cool. Yeah.
I got to rein this in because you have to go for a run.
I do.
But I did want to mention just something before we leave. Actually, 2 things. Don't leave yet, please. Okay, so 1, I just wanted to mention about the YouTube membership thing. We have these little emotes that we also have in Twitch. So if you become a member, I think it's like $2.99 for the Baby Whale membership. And it's just like per month, whatever. Don't feel pressured. I'm just telling you that it exists. So we have these little emotes you can use. So there's the fish in the chat that I made. That's Eric saying, "Is that good?" Queen of the pod, and then a little spooty booty, a little spout emote. So those are really fun. If you feel like becoming a member, that'd be awesome. Those of you that are, thank you so much. Y'all are rad. But okay, so if you're a patron, I already posted the Evader video, but I am going to
AJK, I would love to be on one, but I haven't yet. But either way,
I'm going to premiere this Evader review video.
right now?
I think so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dan is super quick, and while we've been chatting, he already fixed it and edited it, and it's ready to go. So,
you guys want to head over there? We're going to do a premiere.
I'm going to get you the link. I'm going to post it here, and we can chat over there too. You just
posted that in the wrong spot, I think.
You just won't be able to hear us. That's all. So we will see you at the Evader review. Thank you for being here with us this morning. You guys are awesome. We really enjoy being able to connect with you in the mornings like this. So hopefully Tuesdays work for everybody in the future.
Dream card for skins match. AJ, you have to shoot me a text. That's too hard.
All right. Pop over to the Evader review if you are interested.
Fans only, whatever it is.
Bye, guys. That's a great way to end.
Rich, thank you. Ryan Pilcher. Ryan,
thank you.
Wilcher.
See you over there.